Before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Seba. I'm Korean, surely from South Korea. I am an authorized tour guide in Italy. I got married with an Italian woman, Julia. We have a 1-year-old baby, Joya. This period, I have to let you know we are okay. I'm doing self-isolation. My wife ordered Korean food from Germany. She really likes to cook Korean food, so I'm okay. She's okay. My family is okay. In this video, in terms of travel in Europe, I want to tell you the meaning of the buildings because it is very important to make a plan for a trip. Actually, when I arrived in a country, I usually check the buildings first. Then I can judge whether their life is in the future or past. I think in Europe, in my big picture, there are two types of buildings. One is concrete, the other is non-concrete. What I know is reinforced concrete to make high building was invented by Joseph Monnier in 1867. So what I mean is we should know if the city is affected by before him or after him. In terms of before him, it means the old city, the houses were built in traditional style. These are not built with concrete, but with bricks or rocks and wood. So, if there are lots of concrete buildings, we can realize it is a new city. Through the building, we can know their pace and their mind. When I arrived in Germany, I could recognize that there are lots of concrete buildings. It means the cities in Germany are modern style.
Here, so many modern apartments.
I have been to Berlin, Frankfurt, Stuttgart were so modern, except for Eisenach. I think it means Germans' minds are looking at the future and new technology. Otherwise, Italians don't like that. They are not watching at the future, but at the past. It doesn't mean that Italians' technology is not developed, because the fastest cars are still made by Italy, Ferrari, Lamborghini. Roman Empire period and Renaissance period. I think that they are missing their period. They are trying to dig and find the trace. What about Germany? When I have been to Germany, I couldn't find that many evidences that they were so much advanced during the Middle Age and Renaissance and Baroque also. Actually, it was my mistake. I should have been to some castles to see how they became advanced. I have only been in the central part of the cities. After 1950s, Germany had the high economic growth. They were very successful in that period. However, they might want to forget some part of World War history and they need to think about the future and they need time to forget about the past. What about US? Who made the nation? Immigrants from Europe. They didn't need to think about the past because their past was in Europe. They didn't need to be bound by anything of the past. Americans were focused on the future. It means there might be lots of concrete buildings. What about Korea? We had a hard time. We had a period of Japanese occupation from 1910 to 1945. We were colonized by Japan. We had a Korean War. As a result, we were divided on political lines and became two separate republics. Almost all cities were destroyed and we became very poor. Did we need to reserve the past? Our great-grandparents must have been sorrowful because we had lost our country. We just rushed to the future. Go to Seoul, you can see all concrete. It is called concrete jungle. You can see the real future in Seoul. Actually, we are still divided with North Korea, but we don't care about it and just focus on the future. If you want to see the Korea past, I highly recommend you to go on a mountain and find the temples. That is a real Korean past. Otherwise, almost everything is new. What about Shanghai? You can see the past and future together. Because China has been starting having rapid economic growth nowadays. If you really want to see traditional Europe, frankly speaking, I can't recommend you to go to Germany for a trip. It is too much new.
Oh, Wait a minute. It doesn't mean don't go on a trip to Germany. I mean, in Germany, you cannot find the many traditional and old things like Italy. So, if I have to make a plan to go on a trip in Europe and to travel historically, I will visit Italy first. For the Germany, I will put it in the end.
If I have to decide between Florence and Milan, I will decide surely.
Oh, it's so difficult to say my opinion. I don't want to make someone sad. I can only say that I prefer bricks and wood and rocks than concrete. I will give a mission. When you go on a trip in Italy, you might visit Milan and Florence. Please check it which city has more bricks. I like that city.
But in Germany, what makes it unique and most interesting is that they are regretting the history of World War. They are trying to apologize to Jew and the world.
It is so high. I didn't know that. The outside, this is not that high, but here, oh.
Some destroyed churches still remain, not reconstructed. I think that fact makes German huge and great. And I explained the meaning of the buildings and how important the buildings, whether concrete or not. I hope this video helps you to make plans for the trip and understand the cities and countries. Thanks. If you like the video, push the like button and subscribe my channel. Thanks.